amateurs are invited to check into the net using the NI4CE Repeater System. For information about this linked repeater system, including a list of frequencies and a coverage map, please visit NI4CE.org. Please remember, the NI4CE repeater system requires a PL tone of 100 Hz, and being linked repeaters have a transmit delay. So in checking in, first key up the mic, wait about a second, then begin speaking. This is a directed net. Please direct all calls to net control. Disruptive transmissions and interference with this net are prohibited by FCC Part 97.113. All transmissions during this net are recorded and will be made available to assist with any enforcement action by the FCC or other appropriate authorities. Information regarding interference or disruptive transmissions can be sent by way of email to trustee@ni4ce.org. And we will begin with our traffic handling portion of the net. Are there any net liaisons coming from or going to another net? Please state whether you have inbound traffic for the West Central Florida section.
Good evening. This is Tom, KM4BRQ, liaison with the Florida Phone Traffic Net and the Tropical Fast Net. I have no inbound messages, and I'm available for outgoing. KM4BRQ, back to the net.
Well, good evening, Tom, KM4BRQ, and as always, thank you for what you do. We will see if we have any outgoing traffic for you. First, are there any other net liaisons coming from or going to another net? Nothing heard. Are there any stations with formal written traffic? One more call for any station with formal written traffic outgoing the section. Tom, KM4BRQ, I don't hear anything going out, so you are free to secure.
You had a good net. KM4BRQ is clear.
Are there any stations with local traffic this evening?
Net control. Control, we check in Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey X-ray X-ray. I have 2 pieces of local traffic for W4PXE. Back to net control.
W4PXE, are you on frequency?
This is W4PXE. Permission to go direct with KM4WXX and take his traffic over.
Please go direct with KM4WXX.
4WXX, this is W4PXE, ready to copy.
Roger that, W4PXE. My first piece of traffic will be number 103. Routine HXG. Amateur call, Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey X-ray X-ray. Check 17. Sarasota. FL. Today's date 3/2. Dave Rockwell, W4PXE, WCF section emergency coordinator and traffic manager. Break for text.
Go with text.
Other group WCF. Other group ARRS. check-ins, one word. 1, 2, 5. Traffic. 5. Time. 150 minutes. Break for signature. Signed, Sanford, KM4WXX, WCF Aries Net Manager. No more, I'll copy. Copy 103.
386, go with next.
Message number 104, routine, HXG, amateur call, Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey, X-ray, X-ray, check 16, Sarasota, FL, today's date, 3/2, to Dave Rockwell, W4PXE, West Central Florida Section Traffic Manager. Break for text.
Text.
Letter group WCF. Letter group NTS. Eagle. Net. Report. 4 February. Sessions. Figure 2-8. Check-ins. Figures 1, 2, 9er, 2. Traffic 3-0. Time figures 8, 5er minutes. Break for signature. Signed, Sanford, Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey, X-ray, X-ray, WCF, EagleNet Manager. No more. I'll copy.
Message 104, routine at minute 39er. This is W4PXE. I'll sign with you. You can sign with net control.
W4PXE. This is net control. This is Kilo Mike 4, Whiskey, X-ray, X-ray. Traffic has been passed, and I'll turn that back to you, KM4WXX.
KM4WXX and W4PXE. Thank you both for passing traffic this evening. Sanford, are you going to be available to take traffic at the end of the net?
Roger that. This is KM4WXX. I'll take traffic at the end of the net. Back to net control.
W4PXE, Dave, you are free to secure a ride along.
APB, this is W4PXE. I'll ride along through announcements and then secured. W4PXE.
Are there any ARR section officials, that is the section manager and his cabinet appointees, on frequency?
November 2.
And 2DW, good evening. Doug is our assistant section manager and traffic net liaison. Next section official.
This is Whiskey X-ray, the number 4, November Echo X-ray, Norman in North Lakeland. ASM Skywarn Liaison, good evening, and I have no traffic.
Well, good evening, Norman. WX4NEX. Thank you for checking in. Next section official.
Net Control.
RTD. Good evening, Mike. And Mike is our section manager. Thank you for being there. Next section official.
Control, here is Alpha, Bravo 4, Kilo Alpha. Jimmy in Lakeland, Senior Assistant Section Manager. I have no traffic. Good evening.
AB4KA. Good evening, Jimmy. Thank you for checking in. Next section official.
Net Control. Control, please check in November 4, Romeo Tango Delta N4 RTD, Russ in Polk County. Good evening, and I have no traffic, Ron.
Well, good evening, Russ. N4RTD, and Russ is Tech Specialist and Assistant Section Manager for Digital Communications. Next section official. Nothing heard. This is KE8B Net Control. Are there any station level appointees on frequency?
This is Kilo Tango 4, Alpha Sierra, Paul, North Central Sarasota, Tech Specialist. No traffic. Hello, Ron.
Hi, Paul, KT4AS. Thank you for being there. And Paul is also one of our alternate net control stations. Next station, level appointee.
Net Control. Net Control, Whiskey Zero, Mike Juliet Lehman, W0MJL. Mike, Tech Specialist, Nokomis. Good evening, Ron.
Good evening, Mike, W0MJL. Thank you for being there. Next station, level appointee.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in Kilo Oscar 4 India Hotel Papa, KO4IHP, Tim, North Central Sarasota. Assistant Net Manager, no traffic tonight, Ron, but I can take your traffic at the end of the net. Back to you.
KO4IHP. Good evening, Tim. And Tim is also our Friday night net control station. And KM4WXX beat you to the taking traffic job, Tim. KE8B. Next station, level appointee.
Net Control. Good evening, Ron. Here is Kilo Tango 4 Whiskey X-Ray. They're all out in the Lake Buffum area on the handheld in the office/bedroom tonight. Just get wrapped up for work tomorrow and be ready for bedtimes. And no traffic, KT4WX.
KT4WX. Good evening, Daryl. Daryl is our Assistant Section Manager and Technical Coordinator. Next station, level appointee.
November 4, November Oscar Alpha, Bill in Brandon, official emergency station, official relay station. No traffic for the net. Good evening.
N4NOA. Thank you for checking in, Bill. Next station, level appointee. Nothing heard. Are there any stations with announcements or bulletins for the net? One more call for any station with an announcement or bulletin for the Eagle Net. This is KE8B. Now that we have completed the business of traffic, we will proceed with general check-ins. Again, come slowly, stating your call sign in standard phonetics, followed by your name and location. Please state whether you have traffic for the net. Net Control will acknowledge each station individually, so please wait until Net Control has acknowledged the prior station before transmitting. And we will begin with a very short call for mobile or short of time stations. Call now.
Net Control. Control, please check in Kilo Hotel, Mike in Lakeland, short of time. Good evening.
NI4BPR, thanks for checking in. Mike, next mobile short time.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in Kilo, Oscar, 4, Zulu, Foxtrot, Victor, Josh, and Winter Haven. No further traffic for the net, 7-3.
Good evening, Josh, KO4ZFZ. Thank you for checking in. Next mobile short time.
Net Control. Net Control. Please check in. Kilo, Quebec, 4, Lima, Uniform, Juliet. This is Scooter in Lake Alfred. I have no traffic on. I am short of time. KQ4, LUJ, back to net control.
KQ4LUJ, thanks for checking in. Scooter, one more call, mobile short time.
Net Control. Control, please check in KQ4 HOE, Kilo, Quebec 4, Hotel Oscar Echo. Pat, here in Lakewood Ranch, Manatee County, 73s to all. Good evening. Short on time. No more messages. Back to net control. KQ4 HOE.
KQ4 HOE, thanks for checking in, Pat. One more mobile short time.
Control. Could you please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Alpha Hotel Alpha, Rusty, North Lakeland. I have no traffic for the net, and I'm short on time. Permission to secure.
Q4AAJ, good evening, Rusty. Feel free to secure, and at this time, due to time, we're going to move on to our county roll call. Of course, any mobile station can check in at any time. So we are now looking for stations in Charlotte, DeSoto, or Lee County. Call now.
Was Kilo 4, Golf, Elko, Oscar, George, Port Charlotte, no traffic. Good evening, Ron.
Good evening, George, K4GEO. Thank you for being there. Next, Charlotte, DeSoto, or Lee County station.
Control. Control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Papa, KQ4ZOP, Mike in Port Charlotte, Charlotte County, no traffic for the net.
Good evening, Mike, KQ4ZOP. Thank you for checking in. One more call, Charlotte, DeSoto, or Lee County. Nothing heard. We are now looking for stations in Hardy or Highlands County. Call now. One more call. Stations in Hardy or Highlands County for the EagleNet. Nothing heard. This is KE8B Net Control, now looking for stations in Hillsborough County.
Control. Please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Yankee Delta Kilo. No traffic for the net. Chuck in Riverview, KQ4 YDK, back to net control.
Good evening, Chuck, KQ4YDK. Thank you for being there. Hillsborough County Station.
KO4, HLA, Mark, North Tampa, no traffic, back to net control.
Good evening, Mark, KO4LAJ. Thank you for checking in. Next, Hillsborough County Station.
Login November 2 X-Ray Romeo Whiskey and 2XRW, Victor in Fishhawk area, mobile, no traffic for the net. Back over to you, Ron, and 2XRW.
And 2XRW, good evening, Victor. Thank you for checking in and be safe. Next, Hillsborough County Station. Nothing heard. We are now looking for Manatee County stations. Call now.
Control. Control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Charlie, Quebec Yankee. Bill from Ellington, Manatee County. No traffic. KQ4, CQY back.
KQ4CQY. Good evening, Bill. Thanks for checking in. Next, Manatee County Station.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra Victor Uniform. Bill, Eastern Manatee County. No traffic. KO4 SVU, back to net.
Well, good evening, Bill. KO4SVU. Thank you for being there. Next, Manatee County Station. Nothing heard. We are now looking for stations in Pasco, Hernando, or the northern counties. Call now.
Alpha 1, Radio Mike, Rich, Port Richie, no traffic, good evening.
AA1RM. Good evening, Rich. Thank you for checking in. Next, Pasco, Hernando, or Northern County Station.
Control. Control, please check in. K0 LTC Kilo 0 Lima Tango Zulu Frank Trinity, no traffic.
K0LPZ. Good evening, Frank, and thank you for checking in, and I spoke to you earlier this evening.
No traffic. Thank you. Back to net. Net Control. Net Control. This is Kilo Quebec 4. Yankee Zulu November. Back in Odessa. I have no traffic.
KQ4YZN. Good evening, Matt. Thank you for checking in, and I believe there might have been a station that I stepped on just before you checked in, Matt. One more call. Pasco, Hernando, or the Northern County Station.
Check in Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Romeo Hotel Jeff, and Kilo Oscar 4, November Uniform Yankee Beth. No traffic.
Good evening, Jeff, KO4MRH, and good evening, Beth, KO4NUY. Thank you both for being there this evening. Next, Pinellas County Station. One more call, Pinellas County Stations for the EagleNet. Nothing heard. We are now moving on to Polk County Stations. Call now.
Control. Net Control, please check in Kilo Quebec 4, Alpha India Quebec. This is Jim and Kathleen Northwest Polk. Good evening, Ron. 73 to all. no traffic for the net. KQ4AIQ back to net control.
KQ4AIQ, good evening, Jim. Thank you for checking in. Next, Polk County Station.
Control. Net control. Please check in. Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo India Victor, Carl, and Lakeland. Good evening. No traffic for the net.
KQ4BIV, good evening, Carl. Thanks for checking in. Next, Polk County Station.
Control. Net control, please check in Kilo November 4, Alpha Papa X-ray, Ernie and Lake Wales. I have no traffic. Good evening, sir. KN4APX back to net control.
Well, good evening, Ernie. KN4APX, thank you for checking in. Next, Polk County Station.
Control. Control, please check in Whiskey 4, Romeo Victor X-ray, Bill and Bartow with no traffic. Good evening, Ron. 73's all, W4RVX back to net control.
W4RVX, good evening, Bill. And Bill is our Wednesday night net control station. Next, Polk County Station.
Control. Please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Echo, Lima, X-ray. This is Carlos, North Lakeland. What's up? CLX, back to net.
KQ4BLX, good evening. Thank you for checking in. Next, Polk County Station. Your net control station, KE8B, is from Sarasota County. Any other Sarasota County stations, call now.
Control. Control, here's Alpha Kilo 4, India Papa, AK4IP, Larry in Central Sarasota. Good evening, everyone. And I have nothing for the net tonight. Back to you, net control. IP 73 stall.
AK4IP, good evening, Larry. Thank you for being there as always. Next, Sarasota County Station.
Control. Net control, please check in. Whiskey 1, Echo Kilo Uniform. Mark in South Venice, and I have no traffic.
W1EKU, good evening, Mark. Thank you for checking in. Next, Sarasota County Station.
Net control. Control, would you please check in Kilo Charlie 1, India Whiskey Foxtrot, KC1IWF, Allen in South Venice, and no traffic this evening.
KC1IWF, good evening, Alan. Alan, thank you for being there. Next, Sarasota County Station.
Net control. Net control, please check in Kilo 1 Tango X-ray Quebec. This is Paul in Nokomis. No traffic. Good evening, Ron. K1TXQ.
Well, good evening, Paul. K1TXQ, and thank you for being there. Next, Sarasota County Station.
Net control. Net control. Please check in Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Tango Quebec KO4ETQ Rick Northport Sarasota County. No traffic. Thanks for taking the net, Ron.
Well, good evening, Rick. KO4ETQ, and thank you for checking in. Next, Sarasota County Station. Nothing heard. This concludes our county roll call. This is KE8B. Now looking for stations from anywhere for the Eagle Net. Please call now. Control. This is
Net control.
traffic. 73 is back to net control. KX4MDM. KX4MDM. Good evening, Dave. Thank you for checking in. And I believe I heard Christine, K4KJN.
Yes, it is. This is K4KJN here in Haines City tonight, and getting ready to go on home. So you have a good evening. Thank you, Ron.
Right, Christine, and Christine is our Assistant Section Manager for Special Events in our Saturday night net control station. Next station from anywhere, please.
Net control, please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf Lima Yankee, Chris and Parish, no traffic.
KQ4GLY, good evening, Chris. Thank you for checking in. Next station from anywhere.
Please check in Whiskey Papa 4 Tango Oscar Kilo. My name is Jairo from Haines City in Polk County, and I have no traffic. Back to your control.
Did I get your call correctly? Is WP4TO Zulu?
Is the last letter. Kilo.
You are in the log. Thank you for checking in. Next station from anywhere, please.
Control. Please check in two of us. Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo Quebec Oscar Alex, and Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo Quebec India Bobby, Hillsborough County, no traffic.
KQ4RQO, good evening, Alex, and KQ4RQI, good evening, Bobby. Thank you both for being there. One more call, any station from anywhere. Well, I would like to thank the 42 stations that checked into tonight's session. We would also like to thank everyone for their participation in EagleNet. And we would also like to thank the user-supported West Central Florida Group, Inc. for the use of the NI4CE Repeater System. Please visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/NI4CE or visit them on the web at ni4ce.org. Before we close the net control has one piece of traffic for our net manager, Sanford, KM4WXX. Are you there?
This is KM4WXX. Go with your traffic, KEAB. I'm ready to copy, Ron.
This will be abbreviated this evening, Sanford. Please copy my message number 9. Routine, my station to yours, today's date, March, figure 2. QNI, figures 4-2. QTC, figures 3. And QND, let us go with 35 minutes. No more hog copy.
Roger, your 9 routine. Got everything logged. Thanks for doing it, Ron. Great job. KM4WXX, back to net control.
And as always, thank you for taking traffic, Sanford. And this is KEAB. I will now close this session of the EagleNet at 21:05 or 9:05 local time and return the repeaters to normal amateur use. This is KE8B Clear.